Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be here with you. We are going to talk about analytical reading or the art of reading, as I name it. Welcome to this space. In the beginning, I want to share with you this beautiful message. What I find the road to success is always under construction. Yes, I think the first thing we must understand it is a process. We cannot expect our students to analyze their tests like an experts when they are not used to doing so. Be patient, focusing in motivation and also imitation because they are doing everything next to us. Then it's important if we can share our own experience with their reading stories or reading process. If we can share the stories with them, experiences with them, it can be amazing because that inspiration, what we can put in the environment, they will get that information and also make their process much better as well. Then, as we know, reading is a process of identification, interpretation, also perception or written or printed material. Then if we are going to talk about analytical reading, we necessarily should talk about reading strategies. Then those strategies, following Barner, I'm gonna show you here, are conscious techniques or unconscious process employed by readers in their attempt to make sense of the writing text. Yes, we are always looking for give a sense to everything what we are doing every single day. Then it is not an exception. We are going to find the sense for us in everything, as I said. Then we are looking for understand what we are reading and put that in the context. Yes, then we are looking for take that we need to be sure or make sure that you fully grasp and appreciate what you are reading. Also, I find some kind of rules of analytical readings I'm gonna show you right now. Is that you must not you must know what kind of book you are reading. For example, yes, this is the first rule. Of course, reading is not a straightforward process leaving the words of page. This is a complex problem-solving process in which the reader makes sense out of the text. Yes, it is take the elements and also put together with the experiences in the real life. Yes, that makes sense of the text. It's not just from the words of the sentences on the page, but yes, from ideas, memories, knowledge evoked by those words and sentences as well as experiences. Also, good reading skills require much more than just basic comprehension. You cannot just analyze the idea of the book or maybe the topic. You are going to look for the main idea, the sense of the book, what the shorts want to share with you, what the shorts are saying and are telling you, what the authors wants to express in that pages, in the headlines, with the, for example, historical environment. Then that is the second rule. Is if you understand the main idea of the text, of course you can do a short paragraph of whole book. Whole book means you got all ideas from the book, you got all the story and also message from the authors, also answers, also questions, also environment. That's why we are talking about short paragraph. If you can write a short paragraph with all ideas of the test, you got probably the main idea and you got the message in a properly way. Then this is a second rule. If you can reply that information, or you can answer what the author wants to tell us with the test, you got completely the way to read analytically. Then it seems like you need to read more than once. Yes, one way to read analytically is to skim the test first and then return to deeper reading. It happens to us, we are going to read something and we are reading just once, and you are losing many details, and in that details we have the clue. Then sometimes it's insufficient to only read words once. When you reread a book, do so with a particular goal in mind. If you have a goal in mind, you are going to understanding the goals of particular chapter, or gaining more information into the work's historical context, for example. And that second rule gives us that clue. We are going to need all our brain working for that details. And that ideas we need to put in a short paragraph. This is some kind of clue for know if you really understand everything. The third one is to set is related, or is about you can organize completely the test. If you can discover, or you can print on your mind what is the structure of the test, that means you are analyzing the test in a properly way. You can understand what is the beginning, what is the end, what is the idea in the middle of the test, what is the as I said, what is the question or answers, what they are giving us in the middle of the paragraph. Then read slowly and closely. Analyzing a book demands of attention, with special attention to detail, as I said too. In order to recognize the structure is the first rule, because in that way we can keep on mind which words we are not recognizing, also in which age they are, also what is important for me as a reader, or also keep a dictionary on hand to look up any words you don't understand. Many things what give you the tools for analyze deeper what you are reading. The first rule is about the analytical reading. Is doing an analytical way to read something. You need to find out what the other's problems were. We were talking about it, then I will repeat some part. It is like the author always in any book or article, they are giving you some questions or a set of questions. The book, of course, will contains the answers of that questions. Then the writer may to tell you what the questions were, as well as give you the answers what you are looking for. It is exactly the fruit of his work. Then, of course, if you know the answers of the questions what they are giving you in the beginning, for example, you will understand what is the end of the story, what is the message at last, or what is the or if some part is missing, for example, because the author wants to give you that job to you, then of course it's important to know questions and answers. But if you cannot feel that, if you cannot feel questions, if you cannot feel answers, it's because you are not analyzing the test in a properly way. Of course, at last we have how do you find what the book is about. Then again, we can do faster, classify, also what is the state of what the whole book is about, enumerate this major part of the order or relation, the structure, what we say, and define the problem or problems the author is trying to solve. Then this give us some idea about some activities for our classroom. That in that way, I am thinking to propose some activities what I am pretty sure they are really funny to do. They are going to enjoy. You are going to enjoy as a teacher and your students too. Why not? I'm sure about it. It's really nice because you are going to into the test. Here we will find 2 activities. What I propose to explore the potential of your students, as I said. Being clear about how can I read analytically. Yes, this is the main idea. One of the exercises is a wonderful brainstorming. Is this one, in which after reading an article, this article is about a Ramadan, amazing and interesting celebration in these months of the year. Then after we read that, where you can read it, it can be in classroom or home, why not? At home you can read too. And we extract the ideas proposed in the image I am showing here, this image. Then we are talking about connections you are making, parts you like or dislike, words that are powerful, make a quick comment. Then we are going to put all that answers or thoughts in a small piece of paper. Then we are going to put that small piece of paper on the board. Then at last we are going to will something together really interesting, because I am showing here the guidelines and writing in order, then read all together what could we will together with the classroom. We will see the different points of view, opinions, results, doubts, etc. Okay, then the next activity is it shows how from a detective story that was read in classroom or home, as I say, again, basis of the guidelines. Here they are. Here it is, close reading. We can identify, according to the test and the shared image, as I said right now, the central points must be identified: the age in which the reading is focusing, questions about situations, unknown words. We mark the connections and inferences, everything what we need for understand what the author wants to give us. Then here we have the detective story, and after that we will identify, mark up confusion, write 3 or 4 thought notes in the main idea. Also we can have mark examples provided by the article, arguments, important ideas, case, everything what we need to understand deeper the sense of the test or the story in this case. Then at last, thank you for attending.